Much like anyone else, the life of an artist is made of highs and lows. While not religious, I believe in something greater. This belief gives me purpose during life's trials, reminding me of past resilience and the moments of triumph that followed. Back in 2008, I had one of those moments that I'll carry with me until the end of my days. I was asked to open for one of the most iconic singer-songwriters of our time, Sir Paul McCartney. To make it even more special, this event took place right in my hometown. So there I stood backstage, my heart pounding. And then we were invited to watch Paul soundcheck. Just a few meters from the legend himself. Watching him prepare for his show was like something out of this world. My eyes were locked on him, and all those Beatles songs that were such a huge influence on me played in my head. From a distance, I admired his instruments, like they were holy or something. The sight of his Hofner bass, the very model that had been with him through all those years, through all that history. It was like witnessing a love story between an artist and his muse, right before my eyes. I was 25 years old that summer. I had already owned many guitars, and I remember wondering if I would ever experience such a bond myself, one that stood the test of time, like Paul's connection with his bass. That night turned out to be the most amazing night of my musical career. "15 years down the road, my Pellerin guitar remains the nearest I've come to such a meaningful connection.
Every time I make a guitar, I take notes of everything, but I also take notes of my feeling regarding the wood I choose and why I choose this. Then I will enter in more technical data to measure the deflection, the density, but first is the feeling. It's not obvious at first to shape the sound regarding what the musician wants. You can have your own intuition, but you will know when you will complete the guitar and after a few years, because the guitar will evolve over time. Usually, cedar top is about 30 years and spruce about 60 years. That they will increase and then will slowly decrease. This is why the vintage market is so high, I would say. People love older guitar for their sound first. After that I inlaid the rosette in the soundboard, I will thin the top to a specific thickness. I reach a certain deflection for the guitar to vibrate well, and this is my starting point to be able to glue all the bracing inside. And the bracing is such important because it shapes your sound. It will act also for the strength against the pull of the string. So it's always a kind of balance between two.
It has to be done in less than 3 minutes. So this is why it's kind of a choreography, like a dance together, me and François. And we don't need to talk. We know what to do. In my shop, most of the tools that you've seen are homemade. So I made the tool myself, following what I learned, a traditional way to make guitars. I didn't have a lot of money when I finished my course, and this way I was able to be functional quicker. I made my molds myself, so it's quite traditional.
The invitation came out of the blue. When Michel called, he said he wanted to meet and check on the guitar he had crafted for me 15 years ago.
Hey, Tim.
I must admit, I got a little nervous.
No,
That guitar, it had been through so much. Truth be told, I hadn't treated it as tenderly as one might expect. And now, the thought of how he might feel about the condition of his guitar, he who is so meticulous, so passionate, who pours so much love into each and every creation, well, let's say I wasn't exactly thrilled to show it off. You see, my guitars have endured their fair share of bumps, scratches, and wear. They've traveled with me through countless cities. They've endured hasty packing and rowdy backstage moments. Witnessed the highs and lows of my musical journey. And it's not that I don't love them. Quite the opposite. I've often thought to myself, am I doing justice to these beautiful instruments?
I've been to Michel's place once or twice. I guess it was maybe 10 years ago. I'm gonna take this opportunity to show him my guitar. I've been pretty rough with it, so yeah, I want to see if he's gonna get mad at me for not taking good enough care of it.
It seemed like it was going to be a casual visit. A chance for us to catch up and for Michel to check on my guitar.
C'est un atelier.
J'étais pas venue ici, moi j'étais venue à l'autre maison, moi.
C'est ça, j'étais pas sûr que t'étais venu.
Little did I know, it would be one I would remember for years. He gave me a tour of his workshop, explained technical things I ignored.
C'est toutes les mesures, comment j'ai sculpté le profil.
It's weird how little I know about the instruments I use every day.
Le fait de poser des questions, de comprendre les liens.
Tu vas regarder ta guitare
C'est
différemment.
ça, exact, ouais.
Michel's passion for woodworking was a sight to behold. And his partner, François, mirrored his dedication and love.
Et là, t'as une pièce au centre avec une
OK.
Then came the moment of truth.
Fait que là, t'as amené ta guitare.
Oui, j'ai amené
Fait que
ça.
là, je veux la voir.
Je sais pas c'est quand la dernière fois que tu l'as vue. Fait que voici,
Ouais.
voici mademoiselle.
Elle est vraiment pas si pire que ça, moi dire.
I love to see a guitar that has been played. It tells a story. Same thing as your body, you have scars and you can tell the story of every scar. It's the same thing with an instrument.
Je vois que le vernis est comme tout craqué un
Ouais.
peu, là. Ah, ça, c'est beau. Ça, j'aime ça, voir ça.
And the guitar will sound better if you play on it. If you don't play on the guitar, the sound won't increase. So I don't care seeing scratches or ding on the guitar. It's just, I would say, music scars.
Ah non, c'est beau de voir ça. Je vois l'époque. Je vois... Comme là, regarde, celle-là, je l'avais terminée octobre 2006. C'est ma 52e. Je venais d'avoir mon garçon, il y avait 1 an. Ça me ramène loin, là. Ça me ramène loin.
After a while, Michel and I stepped outside for a breath of fresh air.
Il se roule là-dedans.
Il se roule là-dedans, il s'envoie du sable.
And François stayed inside.
De sable, après ça, il shake.
Oh.
Ah ben, tabarouette. Hey, c'est malade.
It was a surprising and heartwarming scene. François sat on the floor, lost in its enchanting chords. The sitar is noble and unique, and it naturally commands silence and respect. This impromptu performance seemed to lend an added layer of magic into the entire workshop.
Hey, ça, c'était-tu amplifié? C'est pas amplifié.
non.
C'est ça,
I
je voyais.
found myself captivated by François'
Je
explanations.
cherchais le bout du fil.
Tu vois, le son,
C'est
il
débile.
circule comme
Ouais,
ça
ouais,
là-dedans. Puis moi, ben, c'est moi le premier qui est hypnotisé là-dedans. Parce que le son, il tourne autour de moi comme ça.
Hein, c'est malade.
Music always finds a way to surprise me.
En beau jeune, faut que tu recommences, là.
Super fragile.
Je vais te sortir de ta zénitude un peu.
Dis-moi.
Ben, en fait, il y a une raison un peu pourquoi tu es ici aujourd'hui. Tu sais, les gens marquants qui se sont greffés à moi, qui m'ont amené plus loin, tu sais. François, c'en est un de la première heure, tu sais,
Ah ouais.
que sans lui, je serais pas là. Puis il y a toi qui joues avec ma guide depuis 15 ans,
Ouais.
que je la vois partout. Je me souviens des premiers temps, tu venais chez Gagné avec ta petite guitare. Puis je le sais que tu l'aimais gros, cette petite guitare-là. Puis là, je me disais, hey, il me semble que ça serait hot de la voir, Pascale, avec justement une petite guitare. Ben, tu sais, comme tu m'avais parlé, ça avait toujours resté dans ma tête. Puis j'ai décidé de te faire une guitare. Ça me fait tellement plaisir de t'en remettre une nouvelle entre les mains. Elle n'est pas terminée encore, mais elle est en fabrication. C'en est une dans l'eau ici que...
Hein, pour vrai, OK, t'es avancé,
Je suis
là.
avancé,
Tout, là, c'est
là,
pas
la,
genre...
La caisse est quand même pas mal... pas mal faite, là.
Wow!
Fait que là, c'est une petite guitare modèle parlor. En acajou, avec une table en épinette blanche. J'ai utilisé les mêmes bois que j'ai fait pour mes premières guitares.
The way Michel described each detail, from the choice of wood to the bracing pattern, was a symphony of knowledge and devotion.
Oh, sinon tu moffes.
Leaving the workshop that day, I couldn't help but reflect on how Michel and François had crafted more than just a guitar. They had woven a testament to friendship and unwavering artistic dedication. Michel had told me he would come to bring me the guitar just before the show. After the countless hours he invested in crafting this instrument, I think we were both equally nervous.
Une nouvelle guitare Cameron qui est faite juste pour moi. Là, je vais l'essayer pour la première fois avec vous, si ça vous dit.